Good luck out there.
Hello.
I gotta say, you made a hell of an entrance. Where do you keep that horse you rode in on? I'm just yanking your chain. It's no coincidence what's happening here and happening now, with us and with you lot. I gotta say, you made a hell of an entrance.
Quick access inventory updated. Quick access inventory updated.
I rebelled against pretty much everything in my teens. I abandoned my roots, got married, moved to town. I don't know what I was trying to prove, but I suppose I just wanted to get out from underneath all the history and tradition that I felt was weighing me down. The only thing I proved was that you can run away from everything around you, but you can't run away from who you are. It's just a matter of time until it catches up with you. I'd gotten married to the wrong man for all the wrong reasons. Bill didn't take it well, and it got pretty bad. I had to take Kyra away from all that. This you have a destiny business can be a heavy load to carry. You probably know that as well as anyone. All the expectations, it's not an easy thing to live up to. You end up disappointing everyone, yourself included. It's not like any of us ever asked for it, yet we get defined by how we live with it, what we do with it. Sometimes, it seems unfair that you can't just be, I don't know, normal. I tried normal. It didn't really work out for me. My husband disappeared a few days before the fog hit. He always used to pull stunts like that, go on binges that lasted days. But I'm obviously more worried about him this time. We're not together anymore, but I worry for Kyra. She loves her dad very much, and I know she misses him. Even if she doesn't let on, she's deathly worried. I can only hope that if we come out on the other side of this, he'll be there waiting for her. It might be over between us, but I don't want my daughter to grow up without her father. Whatever Bill's faults, and there are many, he always treated Kyra right. Kyra, did you do the dishes? Kyra!
What? Can't hear you, Mom.
Dishes.
Not yet. What's the hurry? It's not like we're having visitors. Ever again. Oh, visitors, cool. So, are you staying for dinner? There's rice and, stale bread, and the beef jerky my uncle made back in the 90s. He's never been able to sell it. Can't imagine why.
Kyra! I have to apologize for my daughter, but it's not an easy situation for any of us. We're all going a bit crazy in here. I always thought that if we protected the land, if we played our part and did our duty, the land would protect us. So either that was all bullshit, or we haven't held up our side of the bargain.
Yeah, if we could all just get along like a proper family instead of bickering about who said what to whom like 40 years ago, then maybe we wouldn't be stuck here with nothing to eat except canned meat and peas.
That's the price we pay for disunity and discord. But the land is strong and will fight back. Given a chance, we just need to harness that strength.
So what are you waiting for, Mom? Go out there and, harness. Beat sitting here eating baked beans. Oh yeah, there's also baked beans. For breakfast, lunch, dinner, and midnight snack. It's surprisingly awful.
It's not as simple as that, Kyra. I wish it were, but we're alone. I can't do this on my own. We need help. In the meantime, we have to care about the little things, like the chores. So will you please do the dishes?
Fine. Fine. If the monsters eat us, at least they'll be using clean plates.
We are so glad. Welcome.
Apparently Mom's some kind of Wabanaki superwoman. Who knew? Okay, so she was always obsessed with rituals and traditions. Dad couldn't take it. Made him so mad, my mom and him kept fighting over it. I thought it was just superstition. I guess there's a lot more to it, and she started teaching me about all that stuff. It's pretty cool. I suppose I just have to trust she knows what she's doing. Red says I'm next, that I'll inherit her gift. I really don't know what that's supposed to mean. I'm not sure I want to inherit Mom's gifts. I hope at least I get to learn a hex or two. There are some boys in school I'd like to place a hex on. Oh, wait. That sounded really bad, right? A few more weeks of this, and I'll even be ready for that fishing trip upstate my uncle's been threatening to take me on. All I have to watch is what I brought with me when we came here to stay with Uncle Red. And anything with zombies or werewolves is off limits. I just can't get into a story that has a pretty girl falling for a hot vampire anymore. It feels very wrong. And there's nothing to read around here. It's either Russian authors and poetry or horror stories about small towns in Maine, and I've had more than enough of both. I didn't mean the thing about the fishing trip. I think it'll be nice once this is all over. Uncle Red and me, we get along. He's teaching me to play chess right now. Oh God, I want to get out of here so bad. I wish there were more of us here. Not just Mom and me and Uncle Red, but others from the tribe. Or even better, that we could just move to the trailer park. But no, that's impossible. Because you know, there's this big disagreement in the tribe, and nobody talks to anybody anymore. I know someone did something bad to someone else like 40 years ago. I think it had to do with my grandfather, but that was like 40 years ago. You'd think they'd be over it by now. What's wrong with people? Why can't they just work it out? Mom tried many times, but she always came home crying her eyes out. She gave up years ago. And Uncle Red never talks about any of them. Just goes all quiet and serious whenever someone mentions their names. I mean, I like Uncle Frank and Uncle Joe. They're a bit gross, but kind of funny. And old Joseph is pretty cool too. He's good at telling stories, even though he gets pretty long-winded at times. I just don't get it. We're family. We should be able to at least talk to each other.
A mad dog won't raise any pups. So my pop used to say. Yeah, I never saw myself as the fathering kind, despite sitting in as Santa for as many Kingsmouth Christmases as I can count. That's more gut than paternal instinct, in every way. But when Ami's parents died, her mother went too early, but natural. Her father was murdered by bad men. Left it for me to bring her up right. Her brothers, too, Frank and Joe. 1 out of 3. It could have been worse, I guess. Don't mean to say I favored her, but she was special. Had my brother's gift to channel the voice of our ancestors. She just needed encouraging. What was left of the tribe, of her family, they wanted no more to do with tradition. We're no longer on speaking terms, us and them, and mostly that suits me just fine. I'm spoiled for company. But it was never easy for Ami. Responsibility sure is a sack of rocks, even in better times. Better times, relatively speaking. Weighed her down half her life. Sure am proud of her. I guess this old dog's not all mad after all. All our legends and traditions speak of watching over this land, of suffering the hardships. Not a lot of bridges in these parts for water to go under. There's a whole lot of slights and hurt that never got sounded out, never really left this place. My brother got himself killed for it, and could be that was some kind of mercy. Bearing a purpose is a big, heavy weight. The purpose passed on to his daughter, Ami, and the tribe turned her out for her troubles. And that was half a lifetime ago. Part of me thought what's happening now was gonna happen then. The storm clouds had gathered and all. Moral of the story is, evil's one tricky son of a gun. Man doesn't write romances for a reason, the miserable bastard. We got bets on him coming out of this one with a story about saving the day, maybe with an empowered Native American squeeze, too. You won't find him setting foot outside the old lighthouse. I'd just slide his food and booze under the door until he got his hands on a rifle. Now I leave it out of range, and he can bill me if it goes bad. How all of them escaped the fog, I don't know. I'd like to think there's rhyme and reason to it all, but I suspect it's just pure awful luck.
Your move, Uncle Red.
Soon enough. Did you protect your queen?
Maybe. Yes. I don't know. I moved the castle thing to D3.
Great move, if you're trying to kill your queen. Look at the whole board this time. You don't have to fight every single battle. Consider the end game. Be the player, not the piece.
How can I consider the endgame when I don't know what you're going to do? I'd have to be psychic. Can I just surrender already?
Hi there, I'm Red, your uncle. If we'd met, you'd know I don't stand for quitters. You always have to play it out, kiddo, even when you're losing, else you'll never learn. Besides, you can't tell when the Joker's going to show up.
I thought we were playing chess.
Kiddo, when you get to be my age, you're allowed to mix metaphors. Sometimes you just have to stall, stay on the defensive, and wait for that unexpected move that changes the whole board.
Sure, I guess. Whatever that means. Guy on horse to, F4?
Now you're cooking with gas, kiddo.
Go in peace.
You know, kiddo, the thing about fishing,
Oh, good, a metaphor. You might want to, once in a while, just say what you want to say.
well, you can't teach an old dog new tricks.
A metaphor about why he speaks in metaphors. Nice.
See, the thing about fishing is you need the right bait and the right rod.
I thought the thing about fishing was patience. That's what you said last time.
Well, patience ain't pertinent to this particular metaphor, kiddo. We're not fishing for trout. We're fishing for shark. Shark that's likely to slither through the front door any minute.
Could you please just stop with the metaphors and tell us what the bait is in the story already?
Who? Not what. Your mother.
My mother? Mom's bait?
Like shark to blood, bad things are coming for her. It's instinct. They're drawn to her because of who she is and what she can do. They sense how important she is, and they want her gone.
This is about Grandpa again, isn't it? It's always about Grandpa.
It's not about him as much as what he left behind. My brother passed his gift on to Ami, and she'll pass it on to you.
Great. Mom's bait and we're stuck like lobsters in a trap. My head's hurting from all the metaphors. I need my life to be simple again. So, who's the fishing rod in this story?
Isn't that obvious?
Go in peace. When I hear the land, she usually whispers to me, like the wind. In places like this, she screams. I spent a long time running from my family and my past, my powers. I'm done running. We need to find out why the Earth is screaming. a long time to understand that. I'll see you back at the store.
We got a few live ones out here besides us in the schoolhouse. Damn lucky. Or unlucky, depending on your point of view. Take Eleanor Franklin. Keeping to herself in that empty Addams family mansion for years, stewing on bad blood. Sure as hell doesn't like the sight of me and my kin. Or anyone else for that matter, unless it's a cat. Damn shame. I hear she was a ray of sunshine in her day. But most everyone involved with that mine never comes away quite right. You're wondering why all this evil came visiting us, out here in the middle of nowhere. It sure ain't the climate. There's a local legend, and like most local legends, it's probably true, about a war between good and evil that took place on this island 1,000 years ago. Our tribe fought invaders from the south who tried to awaken the darkness that sleeps below our mountains. We fought bravely, but they were many and powerful, and we were close to defeat when
strangers from across the sea came to our aid. I've heard this story 1,000,000 times. Tall white gods bearing a magical sword. Why are the gods always white? And male?
Kyra!
What?
It's a valid question, and one you should definitely ask someone else some other time. The strangers brought a weapon, but they left us with powerful magic inscribed in stones. Your grandfather knew how this magic worked, but that knowledge died with him. Whatever the rest of the tribe knew, they did a hell of a job forgetting. The answer to how our ancestors fought the enemy could be in those stones.
We could certainly use a few gods on our side right about now.
They're here, Mom. At least they're not all white. Or male.
Goodbye.
Visual tracking initiated.
National Guard never had to deal with this shit.
Hello.
Goodbye, cruel world. That's all.
Additional assignment received. Initializing. Special assignment received. Initializing.
Thought comes before memory, but memory recalls the path. I'm thought, he's memory. You can have that one for free. We laid our blades upon this far shore, exhausted, only to lift them against worshippers of a dark sun. We carved this story in stone, where it waits still to be read. Memory is a servant of those who prove worthy of thought. Hint, hint. From our frozen birthland we crossed the white-capped sea to green isles of endless rain. This too we carved in stone.
Quick access inventory updated.
Air stabilizers activated. Laboratory atmosphere will return to normal in approximately 30 seconds.
The wise man once asked of a king, who is the great one who grasps the earth, swallowing wood and water, bad weather he dreads, wind but no man, and picks a fight with the sun? We carried a sword out from the lands of rain and gave thanks to the gods. All must pass before the gods. The same wise man asked the king, what beast is that which defends fighters? It bears a bloody back, but men it saves, meets spears, gives life to some, and lays itself inside a soldier's palm. In our longships we sighted where the dawn people and sun worshippers warred. We joined them, a hail of arrows sent before us to mark the path. wise man king, you know the drill. The mind whacker, the word thwatter, the word upriser. They did not know Luke walked among them as he walks today. He fought at their side, but he is a trickster. Guided only by the rivalry with his brother, let the thunder god also guide you. The wise man asked, four hang, four sprang, 2 point that way to ward off dogs. 1 dangles after and is always rather dirty. The game was done, this battle won. They had earned the wealth which was their reward, and only one place remained for them to go. Have you guessed? The wise man was the All-Father, the Wednesday man, the Raven God. In his honey dreaming, we shall carry him these new thoughts, these new memories. In time, they made to return to the land of snow, only to be taken by the sea where the Draugr drowned. This Loken knew. So he did not sail. South he went to find the secrets of the dark sun.